Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Beast Wars Bat Optimus Prime, and I love this toy. This guy was also known as Convoy Bat in Japan, and once again here we have an Optimus Prime that not everybody's very familiar with. We're all used to seeing Optimus as either a truck or an ape for when it comes to Beast Wars, but this time around Optimus Primal is a bat. And so I was doing some research on this guy, and legend has it that this was the originally proposed mode for Optimus Primal in Beast Wars. And then they later changed it onto the ape. So I don't have that confirmed. That just kind of came from one of the source books, and it was a suggestion. So if you know any better, by all means, go down in the comments and let me know. But yeah, apparently this legend has it this was what they wanted Optimus Primal to be, was a bat, which I think would have been pretty cool. This was one of the first released figures for the Beast Wars era. This guy was released in 1995 and originally retailed for $10, which was a little higher than most of the basic, what we call now flip-formers were. And that's because this guy came in a 2-pack with Megatron, who was an alligator. Now, I don't have that Megatron, unfortunately. I hope to get him eventually, but for now, I've only got the Convoy Bat figure. But it's pretty cool. I really like the way, I'm a big fan of these flip-formers. And this is no exception. This guy here in bat mode is approximately 4 inches long and about 1.5 inches if you want to go up here to the top of the head. Now, you know, being one of the very first figures, it was, you know, they were still kind of learning, and it was, you can look on the bottom here, you can see most of the robot mode is just kind of folded up and hanging out there. So you kind of want to play with it. You want to look at the top or the side here. You know, you don't want to concentrate too much on the bottom there. As far as articulation, there's not a whole lot here in this mode, except for the mouth. He does have a mouth that opens and closes. But again, you know, these basic class figures and these flip formers, I'm a really big fan of these guys, and I really love all of them. I just find these guys to be a lot of fun. For size comparison, here we have them next to Rat Trap, just so you guys can see how these guys size up together and how big, or small rather, Optimus would have been next to Rat Trap. There you go. So there's a side by side with Rat Trap, and just to compare him next to another basic flip former flyer, here he is with my own custom painted pterosaur. You can see how these guys size up there. There you go. So getting into transformation, again, basic figure, very simple. This guy is spring loaded, so what you're going to do here is the whole thing is being held by the tail here, so just release the tail and the whole figure is going to flip into place just like that, in case you missed it. There you go. And then once you get to this spot, you just want to straighten out the arms. Just bring the arms down and straighten out the legs, and there you have Optimus Primal and his robot mode. And I really dig this figure. I think it's really cool looking. You know, mostly blue robot with some red highlights, and you know, all his gray bat stuff. He can be a little top heavy. Right now he's being a little difficult for me to stand. I don't know why. This guy stands on my shelf perfectly fine, and he never falls. But of course, here we are in video, so he's going to give me a hard time and not stand well for me. Come on, man. I was trying to show you off. All right. Oh, I see what it is. The ankles are... I may have to tighten up the ankles. The ankles are rolling back on me. So there you go. There's Optimus Primal in robot mode. Here in robot mode, he's approximately 4 inches at the top of the head. As far as articulation goes, you've got rotation on the head. He is, it's on a bit of a hinge, but it's hard to show on camera. It's on a hinge, but the hinge is inside of a slot. So you have a little bit of back and forth or up and down, but it's very limited. It's very, very little, but you've got that rotation there. Of course, Beast Wars being the guys that introduced us to ball joints, he's got ball jointed shoulders, so his arms can go all over the place. He's got ball jointed elbows, so the forearms can also go all over the place. No waist articulation, but he does have ball jointed hips, so these guys are all over the place. And of course, you've got ball jointed knees, and due to transformation, you have to hinge at the ankles there. So pretty cool figure with very nice articulation. He does have some weapons as well, and these guys are cool. I really love what they did here. If you look right here in the wings, you can probably see, if you pop these guys right out, he's got these two swords that store right into the wing, and they camouflage really well. So I love that they were able to incorporate the weapon into the beast mode in a way that wasn't intrusive to the actual beast mode itself. So let's get this guy in his hand and see if we can show him off. And this guy right here was another one of those guys that I saw in that Optimus Prime Generations poster that I always wanted to get. And once I finally did, I was really happy to get this guy. I really dig this guy. I like him a lot. Except that he's being very difficult to stand for me right now. I don't know why. And that's typically not a problem with this guy. I don't typically have problems standing this guy up. That's, I guess, just because we're on camera. And for a size comparison, here he is real quick with Rat Trap, so you can see how these guys look side by side. And these guys just don't want to stand for me today. And here he is with Pterosaur, just so you guys can get a size comparison there, see how these guys stack up. So, yep, there he is. There is Optimus Primal in bat mode. Again, I really dig this guy. He doesn't usually give me this. Yeah, now he's standing good. Okay, I guess I was just not angling his legs right. But yeah, there's one last look at Beast Wars Optimus Primal in bat mode. If you can find this guy, by all means get him. I think he's a great addition to any Optimus Prime collection. So I think that about covers Transformers Beast Wars Optimus Primal bat mode. Please leave me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.